What stood out to you most when you went back and just watched the film offensively?
Very obvious. Not very good on third down, and really felt like early we weren't very well. Didn't do a very good job on first down, but as we looked more, especially in the second half, we were pretty productive on first down. But just getting ourselves in third and manageable, we didn't do a good job of managing it. Didn't do a good job moving the chains.
How frustrating was it to just not be able to run the ball after you're running it so well for 3
You
years?
know, very frustrating. I felt like we did do some things to fix some of that run game issue, but the biggest issue still came to 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1 when we did decide to run the football, getting ourselves into a new set of downs. And that's obviously something we've got to correct and be much better at.
You guys obviously opened up a little bit more of the playbook, had a couple tight end passes, a few running back passes. Did you feel like the guys handled those newer plays well, or what was
you know, I felt like they did. I thought Sammy Wheeler, as an example, coming out from the rain delay, did a phenomenal job of giving us a spark. Again, though, then you got to take better advantage of it. You know, and we went right through opportunities that we had the ball inside the 50-yard line, and how well did we do with those opportunities? You know, getting 2 field goals and a touchdown, we really feel like in all those situations we should have at least had an opportunity to score touchdowns, and we got to do a better job when we are inside the 50, going down and getting points. And 3 points are fine, but 7 points changes the game.
How much could a guy like Malik add back to the offense if he were to return?
Well, I think Malik always brings something extra just because of his ability to run. You know, he creates his own space. He was playing very, very confidently, and obviously, you know, from a passing game standpoint, he can make a big difference for us.
You guys had a 4th and 2 or 3, either late in the 3rd or early in the 4th. You guys decided to punt from midfield. Was there much consideration to going for that in that situation?
You know, obviously we talk about it as it's happening, and it was as much as anything.
Was it that stressful?
Backfire.
Yeah, but kind of like that 4th down call. That's why we didn't go.
Perfect.
But honestly, it's more just the opportunity to try to flip the field and get the ball back, because our defense was playing phenomenal. You know, total yards, I wouldn't, you know, like everybody says, that's not the key. It's keeping us in the game, and our defense did a great job keeping us in the game and giving us legitimate opportunities.
We got to ask about, you know, John Holcomb, of course, and you have some other guys, Chris Herron, et cetera, who could help with that position. Are you just staying with what you have there right now?
You know, we'll stay with what we have, but Jaron Lewis obviously got more reps as that unfolded, and we'll keep getting more reps, and we're very happy with Jaron as far as his arm talent, his ability to throw the football. The hard part is you only get so many reps, so the ability to get 4 quarterbacks reps when we were truly repping all the quarterbacks, it's hard to get them enough. And Jaron has done a great job down on the scout team of continually progressing and getting better. So, you know, we feel comfortable now moving him up and him being that quote 3rd guy.
I know the receivers talk quite a bit about just trying to be more physical at the line of scrimmage, not getting jammed. How much of a focus has that been throughout practice?
It's been, and actually it's funny you say that, because even back during the bye week time, our ability to get off press coverage is something we've got to get better at, and we've got to every week work on it.
There's been a lot of talk about the 3-3-5 formation that Baylor's going to be coming into this one
Yeah.
with. What difficulties have you seen with that?
Well, the biggest problem is that their one safety, number 3, is really a run stopper. And that's what they try to do with that in that situation, is put a safety in the position to go be a linebacker, basically. You look at him and say size-wise, he's a 6 foot, 195, maybe 200-pound guy, but he plays very, very much like a linebacker mentality. So we've got to make sure that we don't allow him to end up with 15 tackles when the day's done, because that's what they have him in there for.
We're 1/3 of the way through the regular season. How pleased, or maybe not pleased, are you with how the offense as a whole has done?
I'm very pleased. Obviously, I wasn't pleased very much with last week, but very pleased as a whole how we've gone about our business and how we've operated, and we need to keep doing those things.
As a follow-up on that, can you talk just about your position group specifically and how they fared?
You know, I've been happy with the tight ends and fullbacks as much the same thing, because they've shown they're all in. And when I say it that way, I mean, you know, we'll play 6 guys, and all of them have their role, and all of them have done a nice job buying into who they are and what they bring to the table.
Typically, with Skyler over the years, when he's committed to the pass, when he's attempted at least 20 passes in the game, it seems like he's gotten their flow. He's never thrown less than 50% completion percentage. he did so on Saturday. What were the biggest concerns?
You know, I think the biggest thing is for us to get him into a rhythm early. Now, part of that ends up being able to run the football, because when we can run the football, it allows us to put Skylar in a position where if it's off play action or if it's just off quick game and or drop back where they're still sitting in a position to play the run, it allows him to be much more comfortable and free to use the whole offense. But it all goes back to what we started with today in the run game and being able to establish the run on a consistent basis, not just on first down or second down or third down, but as a whole.
Do you expect other defenses to try and mimic what Oklahoma State did, given their success?
Sure, they will. Now, I felt like Oklahoma State did a nice job. They played a little bit different. Structurally, they weren't a lot different, but how they played their linebackers was a little bit different than what they had shown in the games past. But we need to be ready for what they did to us, because things that work, other people try to do, and obviously they did a nice job stopping us.
Did you sense any unhappiness with John before he announced his?
Not really. Was somewhat caught off guard and surprised.
Anything else?